Hey guys, so Prime Big Deal Days are going. They're live right now. They're live for like 48 more hours. I just got a chance to look through almost every single book that they have listed on there that's on sale right now. And I wanted to bring you all 20 of my favorite books that are on sale right now for the next 48 hours. If you get them, they are an incredible deal. And I want to run through them right now as quick as we can. I'm going to have links for all of these in the description. If I've ever provided any value for you, please click the link and order it through there. It's an affiliate link. It doesn't cost you anymore, but it helps support this channel. So with that said, let's go for it and stick around to the end for kind of a fun little surprise. All right, here we go. Book number 1, John Clausen's Hat Box Trilogy. They are the best, hands down, the best and my favorite children's books I have ever read. I do not know a single dad in the world who would not love these books and love reading them to your kids. So we're going to start out with that one. $21 for this box is just amazing. They are incredible. They're the best. Next up, we have the ESV Study Bible in buffalo leather. I have this. You guys, $65 for a premium leather Bible is just insane. And then on top of that, this study Bible, I've read the whole thing, every single word in it. It is absolutely amazing. I have a whole video about this Bible that I'll put up here. I love it. I could not recommend it more. Incredible deal. Next up, the CSB Study Bible. My wife actually has this Bible, again, in a genuine leather, real, like red letter, study notes, all this stuff. $51 for this Bible is a killer deal. I haven't read all the way through this one, but I've looked at a bunch of it and the study stuff in it is so good. It's already helped me on stuff that I've referenced and I just love it. Awesome, awesome, awesome book. Next up, Beyond Order. I have a video about this. This is the one book that I would recommend if you read this year, and it's the number one book that I have to start with if you're new to Jordan Peterson. This book is on sale for $12. That's a no-brainer. Next up is 12 Rules for Life. That's technically the first one of that set. Both those books for $24. You will change everything about your whole entire life for $24. You cannot beat that. Next up, Lord of the Rings, the deluxe edition. This is a illustrated edition, omnibus edition of Lord of the Rings for $20. If you don't own Lord of the Rings, this is a freaking no-brainer. It's one of the greatest series of all time. Absolutely have to get it. Next up, Project Hail Mary. This was one of my favorite novels of 2023. I blew through this book. I recommend it to everyone. It is one of the few novels that I've ever read that I'm just like, I don't know who I wouldn't recommend this to. It's so good. I don't know who wouldn't like it. It's just wonderful. You have to read it. It's by the same guy that wrote The Martian, and it's so good. Okay, next up, All the Light We Cannot See. Won a Pulitzer Prize. It is one of the most beautiful and haunting books I have ever read. $9 is highway robbery for this book. Next up, A Gentleman in Moscow. I just read this book. The only words I had to describe this book were that it is an instant classic, and it literally changed and confirmed that things were changing in me. I have a video about this one right here. You can check that out if you want. Absolutely stellar book. Next up, we have The Anxious Generation. This book is beyond important. It is one of the most important books for a parent or really anybody to read in this current day and time. It talks about how a phone-based childhood is what is just completely wrecking the youth of our world. And it is so, so important. Next up, Slow Productivity. This is Cal Newport's newest book. Absolutely stellar. No one has impacted my work more than Cal Newport. His thinking is just incredible. And the dude is one of the best thinkers that we have currently living. This is his newest book, and I loved it. Think Again by Adam Grant. This book will kick your butt. It is so good at challenging your thinking, causing you to question what you think you already know, and let go of old thoughts and old habits that you have. Absolutely stellar book. I have a video talking about this one as well. Next up, Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. If you've been anywhere in the book community at any point, you've heard someone talk about Marcus Aurelius's Meditations. It is stellar. It is a classic for a reason. It's been around for thousands of years for a reason. It has to be in your home library. Next up, The Emotion Code. This one's a little sketchy. Some people are going to really like it. Some people are going to really hate it. I loved this book. It changed my life, and $12 is worth taking a shot on it. If you are open-minded to it, it will change your life. Next up, I Don't Have Enough Faith to Be an Atheist. This is one of the foundational apologetics books for me as a Christian to help understand the case for Christianity and what a rock-solid foundation it actually exists on. This book is stellar, and I cannot recommend it enough. The Splendid and the Vile. There was a huge podcast that just happened recently with Tucker Carlson and a dude talking about Churchill and kind of a hot take on Churchill. This book is a great look at kind of the saga of the Churchill family. And just because surprisingly, that guy who was saying all that stuff doesn't have a book and doesn't have anything that he's actually written about stuff, which was an interesting factor. But yeah, amazing book about Churchill and World War II. Next up, The Body Keeps the Score. This is one of the pinnacle books of trauma and healing and how to work through trauma in your life. It is incredibly heavy and difficult and hard to get through, but also so good and so enlightening as to how to enable holistic healing in yourself and in others. Prepared. This is Mike Glover's new book. I just put out a video on this not too long ago. I think this is one of the best books you can read to just kind of start your journey into what happens if the hits the fan, and how do I go about being prepared for that? This book is a great entry into that. Have a video about that one here as well. Churchill's Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. This book is just stellar fun. It's just absolutely so much fun history. Mind-boggling what these guys did. There's a movie out about it. I haven't seen the movie yet. But just one of my favorite history books of just all time. And again, the Churchill theme just kind of seemed pertinent with everything that's going on with that. And then finally, number 20, Strange New World, How Thinkers and Activists Redefined Identity and Sparked the Sexual Revolution. Carl, this is a condensation of a bigger book that Carl wrote, but it is one of the most insightful looks at how the sexual revolution changed so much about how we view identity and how that has caused so many of the problems that we now have in the world right now. It was an amazingly insightful book, and I really can't recommend that one highly enough either. And, okay, that was a lot. Finally, the kind of fun wrap-up extra thing that I want to do here is all of these books, all 20 of these absolutely stellar books that you should have in your home library. With the sale that's going on right now, you could start an absolutely killer beginning of a home library for $350. Now, granted, I don't have $350 right now. If I did, I would order these, except I already own most of these books anyways. But if you have $350 and you do not have any kind of a home library, I challenge you, put all these books in your cart, buy that, and start yourself a home library now. I loved what Louis L'Amour talks about. He says that his goal with his home library was that if all of civilization ended, he wanted to build a library that could, enough knowledge of civilization was packed into his library to be able to rebuild civilization from the ashes if the only thing left was his home library. I love that idea. That's one of my goals with my home library. And this is just a insane start. And with the prices and the sales stuff that is on right now, $350 to get these 20 books that you could dig your teeth in for the next year or more is just beyond a great deal and such an incredible ROI. So yeah, that just blows my mind. Like $350 for those 20 books is just mind-boggling that you can get that right now. But again, I'm going to leave links to all of these. Please check them out. Order at least one of them. Do yourself a favor. At least pick one that you like and order it. All of these are actually like life-changing books that I have loved, that I know you will love, and that I just can't recommend enough, especially at these just insanely ridiculous prices. So hope you enjoyed it. Let me know which ones you get. Let me know which ones you're interested in. If you do it, I don't know what I would do. I would freak out. But if you actually went and you were like, hey, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do the 20 book challenge and get all those. Man, just insane. But so let me know if you're crazy enough to do it. But I hope this helps, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.